on ITV.
All the stories from around the rest of the world and the rest of the country here in 15 minutes this Saturday, after the ITV news from closer to home.
Good evening. 3 people in their 20s have been killed in a car crash in Leamington. It happened on the Radford Road at 2:45 this morning. A car carrying 5 people mounted the curb and smashed into a garden wall. 2 men and 1 woman died at the scene, and 2 other men in their 20s have been taken to hospital. A 20-year-old man has been arrested for causing death by dangerous driving and for driving under the influence of alcohol. Victims of the Alton Towers rollercoaster crash have been given interim compensation payouts to help with their rehabilitation. The Smiler ride has been closed since the incident on June the 2nd, when 16 people were trapped 25 feet above the ground for several hours. It's not yet known whether the ride will ever be reopened. Police are hunting 2 men who've escaped from a hospital in Northampton and whom officers say could present a danger to the public. David Burke absconded from St Andrew's Hospital with a fellow patient, Dale Akinola, yesterday afternoon. The men are believed to be in Birmingham. Police say both men have serious mental health issues and should not be approached. Coventry's Transport Museum celebrated its relaunch today following a £9.5 million redevelopment. The owners say new exhibits mean there's the chance to see Coventry's transport heritage back from the 19th century to the present day.
2, 1. Hey!
Celebrating Coventry's and the Midlands' part in the British motoring industry, the Coventry Transport Museum finally gave the public the chance to see what they've been working on for the past 15 months. Aside from a new look to many parts of the museum, there's new exhibits looking at the future of the motoring industry and how local universities and companies are helping drive new technologies.
I think they'll notice all sorts of things. The colour scheme's changed. You know, we used to look like a bit of an office block with blue carpet tiles and a white ceiling. Now it's all dark grey, modern colours. But what's really nice is, even though we've got the modern twist, the exhibitions themselves really do evoke the period that we're trying to tell the story of. So the 14 different exhibition spaces we have are all got different look and feel to them.
Of course, there are still the massive ranges of classic cars and exhibits exploring the history of how Coventry and the surrounding area came to be such important parts of the motor industry, stretching back from 2 wheels all the way through to classic cars and our modern machines.
What they've done here is they've been really imaginative with the way that they've laid it out, because it's not an enormous museum, but you can wander around and you can really move through the social history of Coventry, and it's set in the context of what Coventry is famous for, which is its motoring heritage. So they have really been very clever with how they've laid it out. And I mean, my children are here and I've lost them. I mean, they are so engaged with what's here. They've disappeared.
Those who braved the rain were also treated to some highly skilled stunt drivers showing what they could do to celebrate the museum's reopening. The hope is the museum will help inspire a new generation to build upon the Midlands motoring success and to further help develop the way we use our cars in future.
School children from Birmingham, Rugby and Coventry have attended an event celebrating the Commonwealth's contribution to the Allied victory in the First World War. Veterans, soldiers and senior officers were invited to address the youngsters. The event was set up by the British Organisation for People of Asian Origin, who want ethnic minority students to feel a greater connection with their country and its history.
For our younger children, who are running away to all kinds of countries, to India, to Libya, to various countries, and they need to realize that this is our country, this is our future, we are going to stay here, and commemorations like this make them, give them something to feel proud about, that their forebears took part, sacrificed their lives, and we have got as much stake in this society as anybody else.
And now it's time for a look at the weather forecast. Here's Helen Plint.
Hello.
hello again. Good evening to you. Well, thunder and lightning recorded through much of today, and we just hold on to the chance of a little more over the coming hours. But for summer solstice tomorrow, bright sunshine to accompany it. 1 or 2 showers just continuing to clip in, and it will feel a touch cooler. So this is the setup as it is. You can see that frontal system trundling away off towards the southeast overnight tonight. Behind it, low pressure coming into charge and wrapping around at that northwesterly airflow. So just taking the notch off the temperatures for tomorrow. Overnight tonight, though, we just see the tail end of a weather warning from that rain from earlier, but it will track off. Behind it, clear skies. So another close night, but of course equating to bright sunshine for the start of the summer solstice first thing in the morning. We may just about do well enough to miss a shower, but they will be here and there throughout the day, and all the while feeling bright, although a little chillier, as I say.
How are you today?
Lloyd's Pharmacy, proud sponsors of the Pollen Count.
So, of course, with grass pollen levels, a particular risk to hay fever sufferers at the moment. High levels over the next few days as the sun comes out, the wet weather trails off, and of course the breeze dies down as well. I'll see you later. Bye for now.
That's it from us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow evening, but in the meantime we'll have all the latest from across the region on our website. That's at itv.com/central, and there you'll find links to our Facebook and Twitter sites where you can have your say about the stories that we're covering. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.